really weird. Look at this. This is my dad's car. Fully frosted, fully iced. And most of the cars in our neighborhood, because I went for a walk with my dog, all their cars are frosted. My car, no frost at all. The reason why I'm saying it's weird is because yesterday it was fully frosted. It was frosted like crazy. I had to wait in the car for ages because of how cold it is. But I didn't charge the car last night. But I'm charging it, and I charged it last night. Or the night before, sorry. Does the charging keep the car warm? Yes, I'm wearing a hat today, and yes, I'm not wearing a suit jacket today. Here's something about me. Since I was 21 years old, that's 16 years now, I've been wearing suit jackets and blazers. It's been almost 2 decades. And when I was young, I couldn't wait to wear a suit jacket or a blazer. You know, it was something that I thought was a way of showing success, or that you've made it. Like, oh, look at me, put on my suit jacket. And I still remember the first job I had where I could wear a suit jacket. I was 21. It was amazing. I was like, wow. And everyone around me was wearing suits. Glass, office doors, you know, wooden floors, in the building in Parnell. And I'll never forget that feeling. And you know, you could hear your dress shoes on the wooden floors, and everyone was dressed to the nines every single day, dressed for success. And the truth is, this is really who I am. Without the suit jacket, without the shirt, without the pants and the dress shoes, I like to dress in a more sporty, casual attire. I'm the most comfortable with a hat on because I have no hair. And today I have not shaved my hair, and if I haven't shaved my hair, I need to wear a hat. Just the way I am. When I put on that suit jacket, I used to say it was armor. It's the way I would put on, it would be an armor for the day, to get ready for the day. I've learned in my adult life, much later, that I don't need the suit jacket to be armor. I can just be me, right? Now, I don't dress this way, quite casual, if I have meetings with clients. I have a day without meetings with clients. I have online meetings, which I can take this off, zip this up a little bit and look a bit more formal, but they're not with clients, they're just with staff, and they know me really well anyway. I do this because I'm trying to find a level of comfort. And it's not good. I'm not trying to be uncomfortable. I just know that I've got to sit at my desk today and find the answer on day 3 of trying to achieve, or when I achieve this $20,000 target. Now, yesterday we were able to bank $1,600. So technically we're $18,400 away. That's how close we are. So yeah, just wanted to share quickly why I'm dressed this way. Good morning, Barry. Good evening, sorry. How are you?
All right. Well, not seen you for a while. How you doing?
It's felt like a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's been school holidays and stuff like that, so all good.
No, I appreciate it. And I know that you and Ali have been going back and forth.
Yeah. You've been going really well, actually. You were quite right. He's a very, very good guy, and he's done all he can. There's some things that he hasn't been able to sort out, which I need to do, so that's fine. Otherwise, he's just going to be tied up for hours, and we don't want that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you got to see kind of why I was saying that. I'm not saying it's no one's fault. It's just something that so happened to be. It was just, it's not coincidence. It's just something happening, and these things happen with technology, right? So, lean into Ali. Ali's a great guy. He's a hard worker. He works really. There's a vision I have for shorts that I don't have a meeting
You're
today.
You're great today, I like it.
Yeah. There's a meeting. There's a vision I have for shorts that we're not capturing. And I know that, don't worry, it's just, we're only learning now, right?
Okay.
I know it's easy to kind of cut it and then just put it up live.
Yeah.
But I really want you to spend some time, like if we're going to generate 2 shorts from a video of 3, but they're great. Happier than 10.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Yeah.
What?
Hello.
What's up? How's good, man. Yeah.
No.
Oh. Good. How are you?
Good.
Good lad. How you been?
Yeah. Went for this one.
Just I saw that, like a 3K.
It was only 3K. I tried to sprint as fast as I could
It's
go.
freezing, that place.
I don't know, my body's been feeling real warm. Trying to get my fitness up. I've got from now till like November. I've got this.
Okay, in the previous episode, I briefly mentioned that I was part of an acquisition of an agency back in 2024. That was about $2.5 million, and within 9 months we liquidated. And I haven't really publicly spoken about it. There's a bug in my, I don't know what the heck that bug is. I haven't really spoken about this in any way or shape or form. It's been something I've been hiding from because 1, I'm ashamed of what happened. 2, the drama that unfolded over that period was just heavy. This is in response to me not working hard, right? In the last video. The reason being why I've been why I'm challenging myself to work harder is because for the last 12 months, next month is 12 months from the liquidation, I was burnt out. I'm not gonna lie, I was burnt out. In 2024, I had been scaling MagCo. We made an earlier acquisition that year where we bought a company I used to be a manager for a long time ago. A friend of mine who had moved on from the marketing world, wanted to move on, and asked if I wanted to buy his book, right? There was still a healthy amount of clients in there, and my idea was to repurpose that book and the income in that to further our AI development. AI was becoming really, really amazing. And we were able to purchase that book at a agreed price. And it was the first acquisition of that year. I was also able to kind of sign up a couple of deals with a few clients where we owned equity in their businesses with no money down. So MagCo was in an acquisition phase. And it so happened to be, months after acquiring that first agency's book, another agency came to me about selling their book. Well, actually what happened was, I got headhunted for a role in Tauranga, and while I was meeting with the owners for that headhunted role, I wanted to see what it was about. They had mentioned going, oh, KWD's for sale. Now, KWD was one of the largest SEO and website companies in New Zealand, and I was the general manager for about 2 years, from 2021 to 2023. 2 financial years. I promised the owner I'd give him 2 financial years and I was going to leave. I gave him 2 financial years, the company basically doubled in income, and I said, it's time for me to go. I'm going to go back and scale MagCo. This is all while MagCo was still operating part-time basically without me. So I went back to MagCo to scale. Fast forward 2024, he comes to me and said, hey, I want to get out, I want to sell. It was great. I had a good friend in the business who was the top salesperson and basically his second in command, and was going to be part of the purchase. So I had a high trust model. I was awarded the GM for 2 years. I knew how well the company was going. It was turning over, upwards of nearly $4 million. The price on the table was fair, so it looked anyway. And the due diligence was that I had a friend in that business that was working every single day there. That in my mind was the due diligence. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how burnt out he was, and we ended up making the purchase in November 2024. We purchased the company in November 2024. We took over. I remember this because I wanted to take over in January, post the Christmas break, right? I wasn't keen to go into the end of the year on a new company because I know how hard that part of the year is, but the previous owner wanted us to buy the business. And I should have realized then and there something was up. Anyways, we purchased the company, and within the first couple of weeks, it was pretty clear that the numbers that we had seen in our due diligence wasn't real. The number of cancellations that we received in the first month was just asinine. It affected the portfolio so much, and why it was happening is because they'd already given their notice period prior. And because they had a 3-month notice period or a 30-day notice period, it didn't come up in a due diligence because the notes weren't coming up in the CRM. So the moment we took over in November, our revenue plummeted by 40%. So immediately we were on the back foot. Long story short, we were in a massive battle. This company was supposed to be an acquisition where I even told my business partner at the time, I said, hey, look, I can't work full time. I've got other ventures. I'm here to help out where I need to be. I want to get everything set up. I'll be in the office. I wasn't picturing, that's why he was made CEO and I was made general manager. And because he needed to spearhead the company. But I didn't see how burnt out he was. Because when we first started working together, I was like, man, this guy's burnt out. He needs a break. So I took it on. I was there from 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night and trying to just genuinely believe I could get ourselves out of that mess. We had over 15 full-time staff members, about 5 to 7 contractors in New Zealand, and another about 50 contractors overseas. We had a big company, a large salary base and cost. It was over $1 million easily a year. I think it was like $1.3 million a year in salaries that we had to cover. Maybe more. I don't recall fully. It took everything out of me. We did everything we possibly could, and unfortunately, based on our defense, our legal defense, we had to liquidate the business. If not, we would prolong the ownership of that company, which we were saying that it wasn't legal because we were basically set up. So we liquidated in August 6, 2025. From there, it was 9 months from buying the company. It was just it was a year ago. It was just a crazy time. My personal liquidation isn't easy. A lot of people get affected. I had family members in the business that I brought in to try help us overcome that didn't get paid out. There was contracts that wouldn't be able to be complete that didn't get paid out. The liquidators come in, and the moment you sign that dotted line, within hours we lost control of the whole company. Gone. Bank accounts gone, CRM access gone, email access gone. Hours from signing. It was scary. And we had contractors and employees and clients and projects contacting us left, right, and center. I got attacked by our contractors overseas. They went to MagCo, started leaving 1-star reviews, made a massive post on social media about me being a scam. They were hurt because they were worried they weren't going to get paid out. I had no control at the time. And again, it was a legal defense for us because had we not liquidated, we were worried that the legal stance of what we were facing, and this was on our legal team that we were dealing with, would become worse. So it was advised to us by our legal team to liquidate the business. It was tough, man. I didn't realize how much it took out of me physically, mentally, spiritually. I was not aligned with so many things in my life. And I've learned very recently, again, thanks to Dan Roma, I keep trying to kick doors in, right? And when you kick those doors in to try generate somewhat of success, as opposed to walking through the doors that God created for you, you're going to be yes, there's some immediate success with kicking the door in. The problem is you're going to be constantly kicking that door to keep it open, as opposed to walking through the doors that God has created for you. There might not be immediate success, but it's much longer term success. And I have made a habit of kicking doors into my life. Another reason why I've stepped down as a CEO of this business, because I no longer I don't believe that I have the right understanding of a kingdom business to build it the way without God. I've made many mistakes in business. Many. I do that every day to this day. Now I seek counsel in God in everything I do. So I try my best to. That liquidation was it affected my company, it affected my family, it affected me mentally, our financials, everything. At one point our assets were in the millions, and then overnight it was peanuts. And then I went back to MagCo in August last year and realized that this is the place. It was actually a good friend of mine in a group discussion saying, just stick with MagCo. What are you doing? For 67 years, you should just stick with MagCo. That's what you're good at. And I put my head down and I've been trying to scale MagCo since. That liquidation took everything out of me, and I've learned a lot. there was a lot of greed that drove that purchase. You know, oh, I acquired this agency and I acquired this agency. Look at me, I acquired one of the largest SEO and website company in the country, not realizing the numbers and due diligence, the trap that I was walking into because of my greed. And that's what greed does. It blindfolds you to what you're actually buying or consuming or partaking in. And I lived it. Now I pray that I have that God grants me the wisdom and understanding to see things in a way that is with a lens of the Holy Spirit guiding me. I'm still very hurt by how many people got hurt from that. It still hurts me to this day because there was companies, contractors, employees that all got hurt from the liquidation. It ain't easy. It's not even finished yet. They're still trying to liquidate the company 12 months later. That's what happened. A $2.5 million purchase, 9 months later liquidated. Crazy.